right now, and this is in the open prairie in Saskatchewan, so there's almost no way that I'm going to be able to do this video without really obnoxious wind. So I'm going to keep this short and to the point. Hopefully the wind isn't going to be like too overwhelming, but I just wanted to show you what I have. Things like peas and stuff were here, but they've long since been harvested, so I'm just going to move along. I have a bunch of beets over here. I'll kind of show you. Now, this is a garden that I should preface that's been totally neglected. I basically haven't done anything with it. These are some of my bull's blood beets. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna pick one. Ah, look at that thing. It's a nice looking beet to just kind of, I'm just gonna grab a few actually. Oh, these are beautiful. Look at these things. Look at these things. It's like the best time of year when you get to grocery shop in your garden. Beets are one of those wonderful, wonderful veggies that totally survives with utter neglect. Look at this monster. Oh my goodness, that is nuts. So I got some beets. I have a lot of peppers happening here. Now, these peppers have been through hard times. I'm kind of amazed that they even have been surviving, but I have a lot of really, like, wow, there's a lot of really good. These are, I think they're called King of the North peppers. They're these, like, they're kind of black and green. They're really, I don't know if that's going to focus or not. It doesn't look like it's going to focus, but they're really gorgeous. I also have some bell peppers growing. I don't know how well you can see that, but they're tiny and puny. There's a bunch of them, so maybe they'll grow into something. Now, last year, I had these beautiful eggplants, and I was harvesting eggplants like all over the place, but my eggplants suck this year. Look at how tiny that is after yeah, an entire growing season. So it's not a good year for eggplant. It's like as big as the pepper, so not the best. I have a whole forest of Swiss chard over here, which I like just kind of randomly, intermittently picking some leaves from. I think, this is how good of a gardener I am, I think that I'm growing parsnip over here. You're going to see my tomato jungle right away. The cucumber plants look kind of sad, but they've actually been pretty abundant. I'm just going to peek in here. Yeah, there's like a little cucumber hiding in there. And oh, I got these really nice English cucumbers growing. Look at that thing. It's a little spiky. It's going to need a good rub down. But yeah, the cucumbers look sad, but they're actually like quite nice. So I'm going to steal this one. This one's coming home with me. Just a little English cuke. I'm going to put it in the path and hopefully I don't forget. Now, this is my tomato jungle. So it starts here. And then the tomato jungle goes all the way across. There's a random amaranth in there, don't ask. We're getting on the point in time where the tomatoes are almost starting to get ripe all at once. My dad makes salsas, so we basically take in a whole bunch of green tomatoes when the frost happens. It looks like there's some good red ones that I can be picking. Yeah, so there's going to be a ton of tomatoes. We'll make like salsas and sauces and stuff out of them. Not a lot of fresh harvest. These really nice heirloom tomatoes over here. They're so abundant. Ooh, big gust of wind. I don't know how well you can see them, but they're absolutely beautiful. They're still green. I wonder if I can kind of focus that. It doesn't seem to want to focus on things up close. Here we go. They're just absolutely gorgeous, and they taste amazing. But yeah, they're not quite ripe yet, so I'm hoping the frost holds out a little bit longer. Here's my random amaranth, which is, I don't really know why I grew amaranth other than I think they're pretty, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do, like harvest the seeds or something. That seems like a lot of work, but they're good for the soil, so I figured at the very least I'd enrich the soil a little bit. Now I'll take you through some of my potatoes. I just dug up a hill because I didn't want to just show you potato plants. These, I might have to look it up and write it in the description, but these fingerlings rule my life. This is one little potato hill, and this is like a lot of potato from one little hill. I don't know if you can tell, but this is a potato jungle right here. There's a lot of potatoes. Every time I come here, I mean, I'm basically going to be eating potatoes for every meal for the next, for my lifetime, for the next 3 months. I planted 3 different types. This is one hill from another type of I think a Yukon Gold. But these ones are not particularly abundant. Like if you compare the hill sizes, that giant haul versus this one little hill. And then I got these big white ones. This one actually turned out pretty good too. This is one hill of these really nice white potatoes. They're very, very delicious. They're pretty huge too. You can kind of see in my hand how big they are. And again, I probably have this is one potato plant. I probably have, I don't know, 30 left that haven't been harvested yet. So, and then my mom's got some. This is not where I live, but this is where my parents live. It's a really nice place. And we had lettuces and stuff growing, but they've long since bloomed and been harvested. So I'm just going to take you a little bit further down the way, down their lovely yard where there's, I don't know, horses and stuff. I don't know if you'll see any of the horses, but we'll see. The reason I'm taking you this way is because there are zucchini. I have Romanesco zucchini. Now, my squash plants totally suck this year. I'm not sure why. I mean, some veggies grow good sometimes, and other times not so much. But I have some, these are like some winter squash. There's lots of flowers. There must not be good pollination, but I do have one guy right here who's doing pretty good. This is like an acorn squash, or this looks like a kabocha. Maybe it's an acorn. I can't remember what I planted. It's like the only one on the whole plant that looks like it's actually doing anything, even though there's a bunch of flowers. Oh, I do have another guy happening over here. This is like it's a type of pumpkin. It's like an Algonquin Squash, I believe is what they're called. They're supposed to grow really well over here. It is a really nice looking zucchini. Winter squash. And then here's my Romanesco zucchini plant. This thing grows kind of unusual looking zucchini. Like you can see, let me see, this guy. It's kind of like zucchini that has stripes. So they're cute. I like them. They taste good. They taste like zucchini. Just seeing if I have any that I can harvest right now. Just kind of digging around in there. Yeah, this is not, usually when you plant zucchini, you end up with like way too much, like one zucchini plant gives you way too much zucchini and you have to like offload it on a bunch of people. That has not been the case for me this year. So anyway, that's my garden, guys. It's a very lovely view. Hopefully the wind wasn't overly obnoxious. Thanks for coming out with me, and maybe I'll do another video a little bit later in the month and I can share some of the, like my haul and stuff. So, okay, it's really windy now, so I'm gonna